Okay. So first step is make sure that x and y are positive. Okay. जो भी देंगे क्वेश्चन में, you change it in a form such that x and y is becoming positive. Okay. Second step, what is second step? Second step is if x and y is positive, then inverse trigonometric function of x is some a. It is some angle a. What type of angle? Such that that angle is in the first quadrant. And inverse trigonometric function of y is some b. What is this b? This b is also something in the first quadrant. That is what I wrote. This step is clear?
Yes, sir.
Can I get a
Yes, sir.
yes from everyone? Okay, fine. Oishi is fine?
Yes, sir.
Right. Now, having said this, can you tell me what is the range of a plus b? If a is between 0 and pi by 2, b is between 0 and pi by 2. What is the minimum value of a plus b? What is the maximum value of a plus b? See, I'm not being very strict about the close brackets, because that is not the issue here. It is
0
not
to pi.
Yeah, very good. If you want, you can use close bracket also. There is no harm here. That is not the main point. This is clear. The maximum value of a plus b can be pi q. When do you get maximum a plus b? When a is maximum, b is maximum. What is maximum a? Pi by 2. And b is maximum, it is pi by 2. So maximum it can be pi. And when can it be minimum? When both of them are 0. Similarly, a minus b. A minus b का maximum value क्या? Minimum value क्या? Confused?
0.
Huh?
0.
0 nahi. Okay, fine. Let us do it systematically. See, can I say a is less than pi by 2? This step is okay. This step is okay. Can I say, yeah, can I say minus pi by 2 is less than minus p less than 0? I'm multiplying this equation with minus on all sides. If I multiply with minus on all sides, will we get this? This step is clear?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Now, can I add both of this? What do we get? Minus pi by 2 less than a minus b less than pi by 2. See, you think logically, what is the minimum value of a minus b? A minus b is minimum when a is minimum, b is maximum. Minimum a is 0, maximum b is pi by 2. So 0 minus pi by 2, you'll get minus pi by 2. What is the maximum value of a minus b? When a is maximum, b is minimum. So when b is 0 and a is pi by 2, a minus b will be pi by 2. किसी को कुछ डाउट है? Are you guys following or am I going too fast? यहाँ तक क्लियर है? Step 2 is clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Right? I'm going ahead.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Right. Abhi now see step 3. Step 3. Either a plus b or a minus b, doesn't matter. You write like this. Consider t of a plus or minus b. See, plus minus, I hope you're not confused, because for plus also there is formula, for minus also there is formula. That is what I mean by plus minus. If you're confused, you write only plus. If you're understanding what I mean, you can write both. If you're not understanding, then write only plus. And later on again, you can write for minus. Okay. Step 4. Express the RHS. Express the RHS in terms of f of x comma y. You express the RHS in terms of f of x comma y. Okay, see, I'll explain this part. Step 3, what is happening? See, A is, let us say, for example, A is sine inverse x. Okay. And let us say B is equal to some sine inverse y. So A plus B, what will be A plus B, or let us say A minus B? A minus B will be sine inverse x minus sine inverse y. So this is step 1. From step 2, what are we saying? From step 2, we're telling step 2 implies that this belongs to minus pi by 2 to pi by 2. Because step 2 told that A minus B is a quantity which is always between minus pi by 2 to pi by 2. Now what is step 3? Step 3 is take sine on both sides. Sine of A minus B is equal to sine of sine inverse x minus sine inverse y. This is step 3. Okay. So I would have liked to show you the example later, but again, you guys will be confused with this part. That's why I'm showing the example first. See, sine of sine inverse. In the last class, I already told, never you'll have problem with sine of sine inverse. Problem is with sine inverse of sine. But when you have sine of sine inverse, you can always simplify it in a straightforward way. So that is step 4. This implies step 4 is sine of A minus B. Simplify the RHS, right hand side. Sine of sine inverse x into cos of sine inverse y. This becomes, are you guys understanding? Sine of sine inverse x into cos of sine inverse y minus cos of sine inverse x into sine of sine inverse y. ये step clear है सबका? So this becomes x cos of sine inverse y. Last class I showed you how to do this. This will become 1 minus y square. Right? How to do it? I showed. Cos of, let us say cos of theta. Sorry. Let us say, I'm showing how to simply, how I wrote this part I'm showing. Let sine inverse y be equal to theta. This implies y equal to sine theta, which implies under root 1 minus y square is equal to cos theta, implies theta equal to cos inverse of 1 minus y square. So sine inverse y is the same as cos inverse of under root 1 minus y square. Of course, there are a few conditions which we'll see later on. Some conditions have to be included here, which I'll discuss later. But this basic understanding is required till now. Okay, so cos of sine inverse y, instead of writing sine inverse y, I am writing this as cos inverse of 1 minus y square. Okay. So cos of cos inverse under root 1 minus y square is becoming under root 1 minus y square. Okay. And then the remaining part is minus under root 1 minus x square sine of sine inverse y. So this is what the step 4 is speaking about. Step 4 is telling that assume that this entire part is some function in x and y. Whatever you're getting, just let us say that it is some function in f, x comma y. Okay. Clear? Everyone is okay till now? Anyone has any doubt till now? Okay. Next step 5. Step 5 is telling take T inverse on both sides. So you'll get something of this form. Equal to f of x. You'll get something of this form, right? This step is important. Step 6. Express LHS in terms of A plus or minus. You have to express LHS in terms of A plus or minus B. See, this step I'll just explain. And this more or less will complete your answer. Because originally, what did we want to find in the question? We wanted to find this only, na? We want to find A plus or minus B. And we have come to that point. Okay. But now see why that last step is very critical. To write this last step, you have to take a few precautions. What are the precautions? Inverse trigonometric function of trigonometric function. This is not always equal to A plus B. Remember, that is what we saw in the last class. It is not always equal to A plus B. Sometimes it is A plus B, sometimes it is not. So based on that, you have to act very carefully. Now, to elaborate this a little better, let us come back to this same example. In this example, we know that A minus B is always between minus pi by 2 to pi by 2. Okay. And we have seen how this flow is going till step 3. Till step 3, everything is for step 1, step 2, step 3. Step 4. This is step 4. Everyone is clear till step 4 in this example? Till step 4, is there any doubt?
No, sir.
Right. So, आगे क्या करना? See, after this, take sine inverse on both sides. Sine inverse of, I am erasing this so that you can sine inverse of sine of A minus B will be equal to sine inverse of x into 1 minus y square minus y into 1 minus x. This is okay? Now I'm going to ask a question I want all of you to answer. Based on step, this is step 5 by the way. Now step 6. How should I go to step 6? Sine inverse of sine A minus E. What will this become? Who can tell? Who can tell step 6? This is important. Sine inverse of sine A minus B. What will this be? What is, see, sine inverse? हाँ
सर उस पेज पे एक बार वापस जाइए.
Yeah.
Sir, is
Sir,
it
we
right?
can write
X.
One at a time. What Mayuk said?
Sir, sine of A minus B is equal to आपका root एक second, sine of A minus B is equal to x into root over 1 minus y square minus y.
No, that part is done. All that we have done here already. वो नहीं पूछ रहे. What Vaishnav is saying?
Sir, as A minus B is lying from minus pi by 2 to plus pi by 2. So the answer will be A minus B.
Very good. Yes. This is exactly what I wanted. Good. See, this is very, very important. In case of A minus B, because it is always between minus pi by 2 pi by 2, we can always say this is A minus. Why? Because sine inverse of sine theta, where theta is from, it is belonging to the required range, if you remember, minus pi by 2 to pi by 2. So kuch problem hi nahi hai. Remember, the plot was y equal to x in that interval. Therefore, we can say A minus B is equal to sine inverse of this entire formula. Bas. Now in your life, you don't have to worry about this formula anymore. Anytime you see sine inverse of x minus sine inverse of y, you can always write it is equal. Always. You can always write it as 1 minus y square minus y into 1 minus x square. Always, provided you are following this process. Now, when I say always, you have to see that x and y are also positive. Because assuming they're positive, we are saying that this is always true. Now, what happens in books, since they don't follow this process, in the sense they don't make them positive first, therefore, in books, you'll find further conditions, which I don't want. Instead of remembering so many conditions, any question which is coming, you people simplify it into the positive form and apply this formula. Are you guys getting? So this is always true. Why? Because A minus B is always between minus pi by 2 and pi by 2 when x and y are positive. Okay. Similarly, using this logic, what can you comment about cos inverse of x plus cos inverse of y? Can someone guess this formula? Just think about it. I'll help you through. And if anyone is able to tell, you can stop me in middle. Okay. I'll help you. Let us say we want to derive the formula for cos inverse x plus cos inverse y. I start the process. A equal to cos inverse x, B equal to cos inverse y. A plus B. Where will A plus B belong to? What is the range of A plus B? A plus B. Since both of them are positive, what can we say? Huh?
So 0 to 2 pi.
Yeah, 0 to pi. So now you tell me, after following the same process, हर step same करेंगे, कहाँ तक? Can you write this in this form? A plus B. At one point, you're going to apply cos of A plus B. Then this side you get cos of cos inverse x plus cos inverse y. Cos of cos inverse x plus cos inverse y. ये कैसे simplify करेंगे? I have jumped directly to step 3. This will be equal to, can you guys tell me? Fast. Cos A plus B formula. बोलिए.
cos A cos B minus sin A sin B.
नहीं यार. See, according to the algorithm, you have to express it in terms of fxy ना. Don't touch that side. Why are you doing cos A cos B? क्योंकि हमको लास्ट में ये A plus B वैसे चाहिए ना. We are trying to find A plus B. मयूक, we want A plus B ना. आप इस साइड सिंप्लीफाई करेंगे तो पूरा बर्बाद हो गया. हमको चाहिए A plus B. So why are you simplifying this side? Simplify this side.
मतलब cos inverse x cos inverse y minus sin inverse x sin inverse. मैं sorry.
Yeah.
So cos inverse. Yeah.
बताओ एक आदमी बताओ जल्दी.
So cos of cos inverse x, cos of cos inverse y minus cos of sin inverse x.
Simplify it a little.
Oh.
Baki Amisha Giri not answering.
So is it
Sir,
x into y minus cos of sin inverse x into cos of sin inverse y?
Yeah, but it can be further simplified. What Oishi is saying?
sir, xy minus root over 1 minus y square into root over 1 minus x square.
Yeah, good. Okay, so you can further simplify like this. Okay. So this is cos of A plus B. Now, in the last step, we are going to say cos inverse of cos A plus B is equal to cos inverse of xy minus 1 minus x square 1 minus y square. Okay, what are we going to comment here? What comment are we going to make here?
Sir, this will also be A plus B.
Why? Can others answer? Others are understanding. Amisha Giri, you're understanding?
Yes, sir.
Okay, answer if you're understanding. Answer. Yeah. See,
A plus B will be cos.
why it is A plus B?
So because that lies between.
lies range.
Yes, because A plus B is always 0 in pi. We can tell cos inverse of cos A plus B will always be A plus B, which implies A plus B will always be cos inverse of this whole thing. Hence, for cos inverse of A plus B, in other sense, cos inverse x plus cos inverse y. Okay, you don't have to memorize any conditions. You will have only one condition. Okay. See, note that I am talking about selected formulas. I am not talking about sine inverse of sine A plus B. Why am I not yet talking about sine inverse of sine A plus B? Can anyone guess why am I talking about cos inverse of cos A plus B and sine inverse of sine A minus B? Why I did not use this example? We are going to do this also, but what is the issue when you come to this?
Sir, in
तब
this
तो हम
case,
A
it
plus
will
B
not
नहीं
be
लिख
equal
सकते.
to A plus B.
Yeah, here the problem is A plus B always belongs to 0 to pi. So उस केस में you cannot always tell sine inverse of sine A plus B is A plus B. So then you have two conditions. When A plus B is between 0 and pi by 2 and when it is between pi by 2 and pi. So वो solve करना पड़ेगा. We'll just do that in one moment. But before I go there, I hope this is clear. Is this clear to everyone?
Yes, sir.
Now similarly, I'm going to write one more formula. Can you tell me any other formula which you can tell quickly? Like for sine and cos, you told tan. Tan inverse of x plus, or will it be safer plus or minus? In case of tan inverse, what formula you don't have conditions? A plus b or a minus b?
I think A minus B.
A minus b. So straightforward, you can always say tan inverse of x minus tan inverse of y will be equal to, simple. If you take tan on both sides, how it would have been simplified? Take tan on both sides, then you'll get a simplification. You can say this is tan inverse of, think about it.
Sir, is it tan inverse of x minus a by 1 plus xy?
Tan inverse of
X minus y by 1 plus xy.
okay. ठीक है, everyone is clear?
Yes, sir.
These formulas don't have any problems in the sense there are no conditions in these three formulas. Why? Because a plus b and a minus b was falling within the required range. Okay. Or you can say the domain of sine inverse, sine x, so on and so forth. But I hope explanation is clear till now. Till now everything is fine?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Can we go ahead? Can we go ahead?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So last time we have seen this 6 steps, express LHS in terms of a plus b, a minus b. Now I won't call it step 7 because this actually completes the answer. But then let us see what is happening in the other cases. For example, let us say we are now deriving formula and conditions for the other formula, which is sine inverse x plus sine inverse y. Now let us see how to work out this. Right? Okay, so now we are assuming the same thing. Let a equal to sine inverse x and let b equal to sine inverse y. Of course, provided x and y are positive. If they're not positive, as I said, you make them positive. Do whatever it takes to make them positive, right? Okay. First step. Then next step, which implies a plus b belongs to 0 to pi. Because both of them are positive, a plus b will belong to 0 to pi. So step 3 then, take sine on both sides. Okay. Sine of A plus B will be equal to sine of A is nothing but sine inverse X and B is sine inverse Y. So this I am further simplifying as X into 1 minus Y square plus Y into 1 minus X. Okay. Now, what is the next step? Next step would be sine inverse of sine A plus B will be equal to sine inverse of this entire thing. Don't mind, I'm not writing it again. Okay. Now comes the important part. I think till step 4 everything. Yeah, step 5 till step 5. Now we have to carefully consider both steps. See, now step 4, step 5, everything is finished. Step 5, step 6, whatever. Now you have to break down in 2 cases. See, we have said that A plus B belongs to 0 to pi. Therefore, after this, I cannot straight away write that it is A plus B. You guys understand? Because it is between 0 and pi, we cannot straight away say that this is A plus B. Instead, we are going to take 2 cases. What are the 2 cases? Or maybe I'll write the cases here. Case 1. Case 1 is A plus B is belonging to 0 to pi by 2. If A plus B is between 0 and pi by 2. And case 2 is, can you tell me what is case 2? Avingshu, tell me what is case 2? Avingshu.
Pi by 2 to pi.
Yeah. So now you see this, you have to check in exam which case it is belonging to. ये आपको एग्जाम में चेक करना है. What is the problem? In exam, no one is going to present in things in terms of A and B. Na? In exam, they're just going to give a sine inverse of half plus some sine inverse of 1 by root 3 or 1 by 3. So, do you know what is the value of A and B here? What is the value of A? Pi by 6. Can I say A is pi by 6?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
But B, can you tell what is B? No. So life becomes difficult. You can do some estimate, but still it is tough. So therefore, because the question is not given in terms of A plus B, the condition also, this condition you cannot have in terms of A and B. You have to convert the condition in terms of X and Y. How do you do that? Okay, see, this is how you do it. See, this I'm writing in a simpler way. Because both of them are already understood to be positive, can I simply say A plus B is lesser than pi by 2? This is okay? This is okay?
Yes, sir.
From here, can I tell A is less than pi by 2 minus B? This is okay?
yes, sir.
Can I say sine A is less than cos B? I'm applying sine on both sides. This part is fine. This is okay.
Yes, sir.
What is sine A?
X.
X, very good. What is cos B?
under root 1 minus y square.
Under root 1 minus y square. Good. So this is same as saying x square plus y square is less than 1. This is okay. Can I say that these two are the same condition? Whatever is in a plus b, we have converted to this form. Okay. The condition was in a plus b in the procedure we are following. But now every question which is given, that question will be given in this form. Now let us go back to the same question. I'm writing the question here. Sine inverse half plus sine inverse, what is it? 1 by 3. Okay. Now what do you have to check? You have to check if half square plus 1 by 3 square is less than 1 or greater than 1. This is true.
True.
It's true. So therefore, you can tell a plus b belongs to 0 to pi by 2. If a plus b belongs to 0 to pi by 2, what is the great advantage we have?
Sine inverse of that will be equal to a plus b.
A plus b. Khatam. Therefore, we come to our first conclusion. This is a plus b. We can say a plus b, which is nothing but sine inverse of x plus sine inverse of y. This will be equal to a plus b, which is sine inverse x plus sine inverse, and that will be equal to sine inverse of x into 1 minus y square plus y into 1 minus x square. When x square plus y square is less than 1. This is clear?
Yes, sir.
Now we'll come to the tough case. The case where things are not going according to our wish or according to our ease. Let us see how things turn out here. If a plus b is belong to pi by 2 to pi. See, without just doing the same thing, यहाँ बस sign change होगा ना. You're understanding? A plus b will be greater than pi by 2. A will be greater than this. Greater. Last में ये greater आएगा. You guys understand? If a plus b is greater than pi by 2, then I'll follow the same process and I'll tell in the end this is nothing but the condition where x square plus y square is greater than 1. Is that part okay?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now what to do in such case? In such case, what is the value of sine inverse of sine a plus b? In the interval, the theta is between pi by 2 to pi. What is sine inverse sine theta? Let us go back to the graph we learned that day. The graph is like this. This is a point pi by 2 and this is a point pi. So from minus pi by 2 to pi by 2, we don't have any problem. It is a line y equal to x. In other words, sine inverse of sine x is equal to x in this region. But in this region, sine inverse of sine x will be equal to what?
Minus x plus pi.
Yeah,
Minus.
pi minus. This is clear to everyone?
Yes, sir.
Yes, step both critical. I hope everyone understood. Everyone is okay with this step?
Yes, sir.
So what does that mean? That means in the second case, we are going to write that this is equal to sine inverse of x into 1 minus y square plus y into.
Sir, can you explain the previous step?
Yeah, sure. But just 1 second, just let me write this. Or okay, maybe let us go back. You understood what is your doubt, my? ये clear है ना? ये condition clear है?
Yes, sir.
अभी देखो, we want to simplify this part. ये part हम simplify करना चाहते हैं. Sin inverse of sin theta, where theta is greater than pi by 2 and smaller than pi. है ना? This is a theta in this region, na? Sin inverse sin theta, where theta is between pi by 2 and pi. Okay, Mayuk?
Yes, sir.
So what will that be? वो करने के लिए I taught you the graph the other day. When theta is between pi by 2 and pi, then sin inverse sin theta will not be theta. That is only between minus pi by 2 and pi. But in between pi by 2 and 3 pi by 2, in between pi by 2 and 3 pi by 2, sin inverse sin theta will be pi minus theta, or sin inverse sin x will be pi minus x. Do you agree? Yeah.
Sir,
Oh,
वो steps हैं.
oh, you did not come on Saturday class. Saturday class you were not there, huh?
अच्छा.
यही गड़बड़ होगा. So this I asked someone to post the notes. Avingshu, I think, posted the notes. Just
Yes, I have posted it.
go through the notes once and see whole class we
Yeah,
discussed.
sir. Okay.
So I'll explain this later because I cannot spend time explaining. पूरा class यही किया last time. So in this interval, sin inverse sin x definition changes this. So therefore, instead of sin inverse of sin a plus b, we can write, what can we write? Sin inverse sin theta क्या होगा? Pi. Can someone tell me?
Pi
Pi
minus
minus
a
a
plus
plus b.
Very good. Pi minus a plus is equal to sine inverse of this whole thing, which implies we want to find a plus b. Ultimately, that is what we want to find. So what is a plus b from?
Pi minus sine inverse.
Exactly. Therefore, this formula is sine inverse of x, all this thing, and next formula is pi minus sine inverse minus y square plus y 1 minus x square, when x square plus y square is greater than 1.
Greater than 1.
Okay. Okay, everyone is okay except Mayuk.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, see, so in any standard book, you will find these formulas. I have one standard notes right now. See, right now I have Allen notes. Good thing is in Allen notes also, they're following the same pattern because they have not given many formulas. In fact, I'll share these notes with you because see here, he is only considering cases where x and y are positive. He's also telling the same thing. I just checked right now. And you see, we were able to we were able to derive this second formula, sine inverse x plus sine inverse y. Both conditions we derived, and B part, it doesn't have any conditions, right? And similarly with cos inverse x plus cos inverse y, you see it doesn't have any conditions. We'll try to derive this now, or maybe you guys can do it yourself. I'll do it better. And here you see tan inverse x minus tan inverse y, because a minus b is between minus pi and pi by 2. This straightforward you can write as tan inverse of x minus y by 1 plus x, right? Now we'll go to the other three formulas which we have left. But before that, I'll give one question so that you appreciate this a little bit more, or else you won't really understand the gravity of understanding this concept. For example, let us say you have you have to find this. Find sine inverse of minus root 3 by 2 plus sine inverse of 1 by root. Okay. See, let us say you don't know all these things. Let us say you are absent like Mayuk and you just came and you apply sine on both sides. What will you do? You'll put sine inverse of root 3 by 2 plus sine inverse of 1 by root 2. This will be equal to, so then you start applying that formula. You think this is of this form, root 3 by 2 into under root of c, x into under root 1 minus y square. 1 minus 1 by root 2 whole square. What is 1 by root 2 whole square?
1 by 2.
And what is the other part? You guys tell me what is the other part? What is the other part?
1 by 2.
1 by root.
Into
1 by 2.
Into 1 by 3. It will be under root of 1 minus 3 by 4.
1 by 4.
Yeah. See, this will be root 3 by 2 root 2 plus 1 by 2 root 2. This is okay. Is this okay?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Then you might be tempted to write this as sine inverse of
Fine.
okay. Okay. Is there any problem? Do you guys see something wrong with this?
Sir, that is actually more than 1, the sum.
Yes, very good. If you see, you just try to solve this. This is, this will turn out to be, what is root 3? 2.7 something. No?
It's 1.7.
1.73.
And this, yeah, but it seems to be fine.
2.8.
Okay, see, it is not greater than 1, it is smaller than 1. It is lesser than 1, that is not a problem. Is that a problem? That's not a problem. No? But what is the problem? You are getting sine inverse of some value which is lesser than 1. So it will be some theta belonging to 0 to pi by 2. Is this okay? It is
Yes,
something. It is something lesser than 1. That is okay. So it will be something from 0 to pi by 2. But from our common sense or from our previous knowledge, which I hope all of you have, sine inverse of root 3 by 2 is pi by
3. Pi by 3.
and this is
1 by 45.
Pi by 4.
4.
by adding these two, you should get a value greater than pi by 2. Whatever you do, whatever formula you apply, what should be the answer? The answer should be 7 pi by 12. Whatever you want, you apply, but you should come to the right answer. The right answer is 7 pi by 12. But instead of getting 7 pi by 12, you are getting something smaller than pi by 2. greater than pi by 2. This is greater than pi by 2, na? This is 6 pi by 12. This is 7 pi by 12.
Sir,
Ah,
sir, you told that if x square plus y square is more than 1, then there is a problem. So here x is root 3 by 2 and y is 1 by root 2. So when we add both of these, you'll get 5 by 4.
we get 5 by
5 by 4, which is more than 1.
which is more than exactly. That is what I'm trying to point out. I'm showing that if you don't know the conditions and you apply the same formula, you will not get the answer. That is what I'm trying to show. I wanted to elaborate this point.
Okay, sir.
Okay. You guys are understanding now. I also wanted to show the same point that if you don't know the conditions and you use formula, I'm not just joking. Many students do this because after 1 year, many students don't remember these things. If you have memorized it, after 1 year, the only thing you'll remember is you just simply apply sign on both sides. Every time you'll think you can just apply sign and get answer. You cannot. And this is an example I'm giving. If you apply sign, you'll end up with some theta which is actually lesser than pi by 2, right? Root 3 plus 1. In fact, I think this is nothing but 75. Just check what is sine 75. Pi by how do you find pi by 6? Sine pi by 6 plus. So I think this is the same value. Isn't it? Are you guys understanding? This is nothing but 75. This is okay. See, I'm telling you, check what is sine 75. You'll get the same value. Not getting?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, sine 75. 75 is how much? Pi by 5 pi by 12.
12.
Huh?
Yes, sir. 5 pi by 12.
5 pi. So here you're getting the answer is 5 pi by 12, whereas the real answer is 7 pi by 12. Okay. Where is the mistake? The mistake is you're supposed to apply the condition. If you would have applied the condition, then everything you did is perfect. You would have got a plus b because square is greater than 1. What condition will you use? You'll say that it is not whatever answer you're getting here, it is pi minus whatever answer you're getting. That is what we derived here. In this case, the formula is becoming pi minus sine inverse of this. You guys agree?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So if you do pi minus 5 pi by 12, what are you getting? 7 pi, which is actually the true answer. Now you guys are understanding full concept.
Yes, sir.
Okay, you are clear about the conditions, application, misapplication. Everything is clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now we'll just quickly go to the other two forms and we'll see how much we can cover. I just copy this in a better way. Actually, I don't write very neatly, but I hope all of you are making very, very good notes. I'll tell you the reason. Some students have bad habit of making notes in a very careless way. You write notes like rough. After 1 year, you'll face a lot of problem. Because after 1 year, if you open the same notes, you won't feel like reading or you won't understand anything. So make good notes. Yes, Avingshu is asking, sir, why we can't take the range of a plus b to 0 to pi by 4 or pi by 4 to pi? Why you want to do to pi by 4? Pi by 2 tak hai na? Your permissible value is still pi by 2 na, Avingshu? See, Avingshu, ये पाई बाय 2 तक वैलिड है ना. Sin inverse of sin x is equal to x. This condition is valid till pi by 2 na. So why do you want to stop at pi by 4? Huh? Having sure? Understood? You can type in chat box. Did you understand the logic? Yes or no? Okay. But that also comes in the range. See, everything comes in the range, but till after pi by 2 there is a problem. Na? After pi by 2, sin inverse of sin x, the definition is changing. Before pi by 2, the definition of sin inverse sin x is x. After pi by 2, the definition is pi minus x. So because the definition is changing at pi by 2, we are considering the interval where theta is less than pi by 2 and theta is greater than pi by 2. समझा? डेफिनेशन यहाँ चेंज हो रहा है ना, पाई बाय 2 में डेफिनेशन चेंज हो रहा है, उसका पहले डेफिनेशन ये है, उसका बाद डेफिनेशन ये है. So because the definition is changing at pi by 2, therefore we're considering this. Clear? Right. Anyone has any doubts? और किसी का कुछ डाउट है? Okay. Can we go ahead? Can we go ahead? Done copying?
Yes, sir.
Others? Can I go ahead? Okay, कुछ कॉपी कर रहे हैं या can I go ahead? Okay, I think I'm assuming that everyone is clear. Chale, now let's just go to the two remaining formulas. So suppose you want to derive the formula for tan inverse of x plus tan inverse y. So this is where the issue, because here also a plus b will belong from 0 to pi. Now again, you should have two cases. What are the two cases? Two cases where a plus b is less than pi by 2. Now see, very important. In this case, how will this impact the condition? If a plus b is lesser than pi by 2, how will that change the condition? Now in this formula, the definition of a and b is different. What is the definition of a?
Tan inverse x.
Yeah, very good. Here a is actually tan inverse of x, right? So because a is having a different definition here, we are going to write the same thing. A is lesser than pi by 2 minus b, right? And if a is lesser than pi by 2 minus b, we can say tan a is lesser than cot b, right? What is tan a?
X.
What is cot b? Remember, see, now it is little cot of tan inverse y. So for this we had few formulas, but luckily here y is always positive. When it is negative, the formula changes, remember. But here, since it is positive, you can straight away write it is cot b क्या होगा?
It's 1 by y.
Any doubt? Okay. Others are following. Oishi, Riya, Vingshu,
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So very important. This formula is actually corresponding to the formula xy less than 1. Important. Whatever we are speaking here, it translates to this. If xy is less than 1, then there is not much problem. Not much problem का मतलब क्या? Can you tell me if xy is less than 1, what is the formula?
So tan inverse x minus y by 1 plus xy.
X plus, this is plus
X
now.
plus y by 1 minus x.
For this condition. What is the other case? Case 2 is, see, without going into all the details, can I simply say case 2 is when xy is greater than 1? Just inequality will change, na? Hai na?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So the other case now here is the important part. We have to go to the graph again. What is the graph of tan inverse tan x? Remember graph of tan inverse tan x? This is a graph. Okay. So now this is a interval where a plus b is greater than pi by 2. So, but still we know that it is lesser than pi. So what is the equation of this?
X minus pi.
X minus, yeah. X minus. Okay. So, which implies tan inverse tan x will be equal to x minus pi. Is this clear?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Now you see how will that affect the formula? That means tan inverse of tan a plus b is equal to a plus b minus pi. है ना? Is this okay?
Yes, sir.
This is equal to tan inverse of जो function part आएगा. So from here can I tell a plus b is equal to pi plus tan inverse of x plus y. Is this okay?
Yes, sir.
Dr. Roy. At last. This is clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. See, it's not very difficult if you understand the science behind the formulas. I'm telling you guys will not. One thing is you'll remember these conditions much more simply. And in worst case, let us say you don't remember any formula. You should always remember the basic concept. What is the basic concept? You remember this process. or not all this, but at least this second step, if you remember, a plus b is between 0 to pi, a minus b is between minus pi by 2 pi by 2. Only this much you understand. And if you remember last class graphs, then very conveniently you can think about it yourself, and very quickly you can derive this also. But better you just go through it before exam. In the exam also you can do it quickly, but right now itself, if you go through it, then you won't have much to remember in this chapter. Only very few things you'll have to remember, and you can solve all the questions. So we are done. Only one more formula is remaining. What is that last one? I want you guys to try the last one. Can everyone try this? Try to derive the formula of cos inverse of x minus cos inverse of y. Yeah. Take 5 minutes. I want everyone to try. And I'll ask you guys to show it also. Okay? Do it quickly. Try to show it.
Sir, can you go back to the previous page?
बोलन क्या डाउट है? एक तो आपका ये डाउट होगा शायद,
Sir, can you repeat the question?
एक ही फॉर्मूला बचा है ना? कौन सा फॉर्मूला बचा है? Mayuk, you have some doubt here?
ये
हाँ
हाँ हाँ हाँ, मतलब वो ग्राफ में तो
हाँ, ग्राफ तो है. ये ग्राफ आपको आता है क्या ऑलरेडी?
नो सर, आई 1 सेकंड. नो सर.
If you know the graph already, then ये बहुत simple है. What we're doing, we're just writing the equation of this line. ये line y equal to x होगा. ये line same slope but passing through the point pi comma 0. तो क्या होगा? x y equal to x minus pi होगा. That is the logic. So maybe I'll show you the notes.
Sir, sir,
Yes.
sir, can you just tell me how to find the maximum and minimum values of a minus b and a plus b? I'm getting confused.
Maximum value of a minus b, a plus b. I did not understand.
Sir, like we have to find out the range of a minus b, that one.
In starting you asked, na, same thing.
Yes, sir.
See, 0 less than a less than pi by 2. 0 less than b less than pi by 2. Okay. Can I add both?
Yes, sir.
0 less than a plus b less than pi. This is clear? Now, if I multiply this with minus 1, so what will happen? Subtracting both, even though see subtracting is not correct, because if you multiply with minus 1, then what happens? The positions are exchange, you know, no? Minus pi by 2 will come here and 0 will come here.
Okay.
And now add both equations, what will you get?
A minus b lies between minus pi by 2 and plus pi by 2.
Yeah. So what is your doubt?
So that's it.
That's it. Okay. See, Mayuk है क्या?
यस सर.
देखिए, Actually, last class we were going through these details. How to plot this graph. Actually, sine inverse sine x का plot ऐसे होता है. You're able to see sine inverse sine x, cos inverse cos x, tan inverse tan x. इसका plot अगर if you make the plot of these functions, the plot will come out to be like this. And once you have these plots, you can find these values. ये values बहुत useful है. Direct questions शायद नहीं आएंगे, but see conceptually it is very important. Tan inverse tan x, cot inverse cot x. So last class entire class we just discussed how to plot this.
इसका एप्लीकेशन कहाँ है सर?
अभी किया ना?
सर फॉर फाइंडिंग द फॉर्मूला
इस क्लास में करेंगे. नेक्स्ट अगर मल्टीपल एंगल्स, सी नेक्स्ट कॉन्सेप्ट आई डिड नॉट such I put heading compound angle, multiple angle, but what do you mean by 2 sine inverse x? 2 sine inverse x is simple. It is nothing but x equal to y. When x equal to y, can I say, see, sine inverse of 2 sine inverse of x? If you put x equal to y, what will I get? Can I say this is 2 into, okay. See, the other things you guys will understand very quickly. If you have understood things till here, the other things will be very simple. Sine inverse of x plus sine inverse y. We have just derived this in two formulas. First formula is sine inverse of x 1 minus y square plus y 1 minus x square. And pi minus sine inverse of the same thing. For condition, what is the condition? X square plus y square less than 1, it is over here, and greater than 1, it is here. Now if tomorrow you are asked to find what is the next set of formulas, what is the next set of formulas? Multiple angles. Just like you have sine 2 theta, tan 3 theta, all these formulas. Apart from sine a plus b, cot a plus b, you have multiple angle concept, sine 2 theta, cos 3 theta. That is the next concept. Next concept, what is 2 sine inverse x? 2 sine inverse x is x equal to y. So automatically you can tell this is 2, or sorry, you put x equal to y inside. What will you get? Sine inverse of, can someone tell me? If x equal to y, how will this be simplified?
टू एक्स रूट ओवर 1 minus x square.
Bas. And this will be pi minus sine inverse of the same thing, right? But for what condition? Here x square plus y square is less than 1. That means 2x square should be less than 1, right? But if x is positive, can I simply say when x is less than 1 by root 2? Because x is positive. So this will be for x less than 1 by root 2. And this will be the condition where x is greater than 1 by root 2. In this case, it will become 2x square should be less than 1 because it is positive. Are you understanding? Mayuk?
Yes sir.
So why I am showing, because you're asking what is the application of this. Application is we just derived this all formulas, and further formulas also are going to be derived from these formulas. So that is a chapter. One concept is building on other concept. Maths में वैसे होता है. You should not lose the link everywhere, anywhere. So पूरा chapter यही application अभी. Okay. 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 Let us get back to this. Did anyone get this? Amisha Giri, you got this?
Sir, I'm doing.
Where is she? Where is she?
No, sir, I'm doing.
Condition, किसी को condition आया? Condition is only important. What will be the condition in this case? Can someone tell me how to start deriving the condition?
Sir,
Hmm.
so should I tell case 1 or case 2?
Anything. Both will be same ना. एक आएंगे तो दूसरा भी आ जाएंगे.
Yeah, for case 1, the range is 0, pi by 2.
Okay. So how do you write it?
1 second. So if it is 0, pi by 2, then a minus b will be like cos inverse of a minus will be a minus b.
Fine. I'm asking about the condition. Condition. How do you express the condition in terms of xy?
Oh,
A minus b is from 0 to pi by 2 in terms of xy. अविंशु आप बोलेंगे अविंशु?
Sir, 0 to 2 pi.
0 to 0 to क्या बोल लेते हैं? 0 to 0 to 2 pi क्या? What do you mean by 0 to 2 pi?
sir, is it a minus b less than pi by 2?
See, for both cases it is less than pi by 2 na. Maximum is pi by 2 of a minus b. What is the other case?
So the other case is a minus b should be more than minus pi by 2.
No. See, in both cases it is more than minus pi by 2. Both cases it is less than pi by 2. Both cases it is greater than minus pi by 2. What is the difference then? You're understanding, you're telling first case is a minus b is less than pi by 2. I'm telling in both cases it is lesser than pi by 2.
Sir, if we can do that with 0, a minus b is less than 0, a minus b is more than
Yes,
0.
good. So one case will be a minus b greater than 0, other case will be a minus b less than 0.
Less.
So if a minus b is greater than 0, what does that mean? A is greater than b. What is a? Cos inverse x greater than cos inverse y. See, I just want to make sure everyone is following. From here, Ria, are you following? Oishi, Ria?
Yes, sir.
So can you guys tell me what is the next step then? मायूक आप बोल सकते हैं?
Sir,
हाँ.
we can put cos on both sides.
So
we'll get x more than y.
let the other answer. Other anyone else wants to answer? Other people, this is one problem with online class. I do not understand. Others are following. Amisha Giri, you're able to follow?
Yes, sir.
Don't say yes. Tell me what to do next step. Okay. Yes, what you are telling, Wi-Fi?
So we can put cos on both sides.
So
we'll get x more than y as one condition. And in the other case, we'll get y more than x. Or x by y more than 1, x by y less than 1.
Fine. But all the things you said are wrong. For one simple reason. See, cos inverse y or cos y, they're all decreasing functions. See, if I tell cos A is greater than cos B, what does that mean? We're dealing with a region where
A is less than B.
Yeah, A is less than B. Why? Because A, B belong to 0 to pi by 2. And between 0 to pi by 2, cos theta is a decreasing function. So if cos A is greater than cos B, that means A is lesser than B. isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So what is the condition?
So then this will be y more than x.
Yeah. So this first condition will be y more than x. Y is greater than x. Or x minus y is less than 0. This is okay?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. And similarly, the other condition will be x minus y is greater than 0. So when x minus y is less than 0, you should now not have any problem. Or in other words, cos inverse of x minus cos inverse of y will be equal to cos inverse of xy plus 1 minus x square into 1 minus y square. When x minus y is less than 0. Is that understood? Everyone is understanding? What is the
So,
other? Yes,
so can you explain the part y is greater than x?
decreasing function है ना, cos inverse of x, cos inverse y is decreasing. What do you mean by decreasing function? Yeah. If x1 greater than x2 implies f of x1 less than f of x2 implies it is a decreasing function. याद है कैलकुलस में क्या?
Yes, sir.
तो यही है ना, cos inverse x का ग्राफ कैसा रहता है? As x is increasing, the value of cos inverse x is decreasing. है ना?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
तो अभी क्या बोल रहे हैं इस इनइक्वालिटी में आपको है cos inverse of x greater than cos inverse of y. मतलब क्या होगा? Cos inverse x is somewhere here, cos inverse y is somewhere over here. तभी greater होगा. That means x is actually lesser than y.
Yes, sir.
समझ रहे? So that's why I wrote x is lesser than y or y is greater than x. ठीक है?
Yes, sir.
So this is a very important point because it is a decreasing function. Right? Now what about the other part? The other part condition is fine. X minus y is greater than 0. But can you guys tell me in the graph what happens?
Sir, it will move in the left part, that is x is greater than y.
Yeah. See in the graph, पहाड़ ऐसे बनते हैं. Remember? This is a graph of cos inverse cos x. Everyone remembers?
Yes, sir.
So which region are we talking about?
Sir, it will be minus of the function.
Yes, very good. See, 0 to pi by 2, and this is 0 to minus pi by 2. In minus pi by 2, cos inverse of cos x is equal to minus x. Right? So other formula will be minus cos inverse of the same thing if x is greater than 1. Okay. Did everyone understand?
Yes, sir.
I'm not feeling very comfortable. Are you guys understanding? Avinshu, are you able to follow? Follow ho pa rahe Avinshu? Avinshu, Amisha Giri, Vaishim.
So can you repeat the graphical part?
Graphical part, you remember this is a graph last time we did? You remember that this is a graph?
Yes, sir.
Okay. What is the equation of this line?
Yes, sir.
Not yes. What is the equation of this line?
y is equal to x plus pi.
Arey, this line,
Y equals to x.
Amisha Giri.
Oh, yes, sir. Y is equal to x.
What is the equation of this line?
Y is equal to minus x.
What is y? What is the function? Cos inverse cos x. Na?
Hmm.
So here cos inverse cos x is equal to x from 0 to pi. But in this side, cos inverse cos x will be equal to minus x. Clear? Hai?
Okay, sir. Huh.
Okay. Did everyone understand this? Avingshu, you did not reply yet. Mike, you're trying to say something? Mayuk,
Yes, sir.
clear? Hai? Oishi? Oishi there still?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
So Vaishnavi, I think it is clear. Anyway, you're answering. It's clear, na? Any doubt?
No, sir.
See, I'll tell you, if you just use a little common sense, this is the easiest formula to remember. Out of all three are easy. If you understood the class nicely, then this formula is also easy because this graph you remember, and this formula is also easy. Ye wala, pi minus this, we derived from the graph. But out of all three, this formula is the easiest to remember. What is the reason? See, you just look at the condition very, very carefully. If you look at the condition very, very carefully, what is the condition? See, first condition is x is less than y. Second condition is x is greater than y. See, you tell me if x is greater than y, who is bigger? Will cos inverse x be bigger or cos inverse y be bigger? If x is greater than y, who is bigger? Cos inverse x or cos inverse y?
Cos inverse y.
Y.
So you tell me if I subtract this, will the answer be something positive or negative?
Something positive or negative?
Negative.
Negative.
Simple. It is nothing but minus of this positive quantity. Right? So in fact, you don't have to remember anything. Because it is just the negative of this formula में एक negative sign आ गया. You see, if x is greater than y, then cos inverse x minus cos inverse y should be something negative. And you see the answer is something negative. Minus of cos inverse. Remember cos inverse theta is always negative, minus cos inverse theta is something negative. And both the formulas you can simply interchange actually. So in the question, if you see cos inverse x minus cos inverse y, you always just interchange them such that this fellow is lesser than this fellow. Then you can always write the answer straight away. Are you guys understanding what I'm speaking? No? Okay. Did anyone understand what I said? Okay. For example, cos inverse root 3 by cos inverse root 3 by 2 minus cos inverse 1 by 2. Who is greater? Who is greater? If you have doubt, you can square also. It's no problem. They're positive numbers. 3 by 4 or 1 by 2. Who is greater? Who is greater?
1 by root 2.
Cos inverse root 3 by 2.
No. Root 3 by 2 is greater. Cos inverse root 3 by 2 is smaller.
Acha, ha. Okay.
This is greater than this. So this will give some negative answer. You guys are understanding? This is greater
Yes,
than
sir.
1 by root 2. So what I'm telling, forget all the condition, you just take negative side common and you write it in such a way that it is positive. So here this is smaller than this, therefore this is greater than this. So there is no problem. Answer will be cos inverse of root 3 by 2 root 2 plus the other part. I think you'll get 1 by 2 root 2. Are you guys understanding? Anyone understood?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
If you didn't
Yes.
understand, then don't bother. You can just reply these two conditions. Proceed. Okay. So it's 8:12. I'll end here, but I'm not really upset in the sense we covered most of the syllabus. I can give you the notes now, and I feel I have taught you enough so that you can understand all the formulas. Now, I feel if you see any of the formulas, you'll be able to understand the reason behind these formulas, and you should be able to solve most of the questions.
So can you send assignment?
Yeah, I'll send this notes, and along with notes, you will find assignment. In this assignment, also you are following. You see all this, do yourself. And after that, you'll see all these formulas. Yeah, and this part, this is what I was talking about. Simplified sine inverse 2. Yeah. So you go through this stuff. If you don't understand anything, we can discuss again. But again, honestly speaking, you just understand whatever I have taught you. And that conceptual understanding is sufficient for this topic. This is not a topic which I want to discuss for long time. But I want everyone to have a clear understanding of the basic concepts. And that is good enough. Or else again, you can derive all formulas for 1 month, which you don't want to do. Better you just understand the basic concepts which I have imparted in the last 2-3 classes, and you should be in a position to solve most of the questions. Okay. Right. Anyone has any doubts? Okay. So all the best. I'll send the assignment today itself. I'll mail it and try to solve it next 2 days. You are free. Tuesday, Wednesday. Again, we'll meet on Thursday night. By the time, if you have some doubts, you can keep them ready. Okay. 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 So I'm ending the meeting here. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. Mayuk, you want to ask something?
Yes, sir.
हाँ बोलो.
नहीं सर, क्या बोल रहे हो?
आपका कुछ डाउट है? ऐसी आप if you miss class in between, गड़बड़ हो जाएगा ना. That's what I told. So you go through the notes which I gave to Avingshu, and you talk also to Avingshu. I hope he'll explain how to plot the graph. Avingshu, can you explain, Mayuk? His microphone is not working. Yes. He sent thumbs up to. Okay, you take help from Avingshu how to plot the graph. ठीक है?
Okay, sir. Okay.
चलिए. Thank you.
सर दिस वीक आपका ये का मैथ्स का टेस्ट नहीं हुआ मेंस में?
सैटरडे बच्चे बोल रहे थे बहुत ये ज्यादा, they wanted some relaxation, so I relaxed.
ओह अच्छा अच्छा अच्छा।
सैटरडे क्लास के बाद आफ्टर आई एंटेड क्लास के बाद बच्चे बोल रहे थे थोड़ा टाइम चाहिए डाइजेस्ट होने के लिए, so I didn't take it.
ओके सर।
Next week we'll have,
ओके ओके।
right? Amisha has any doubt?